What's up, everybody? Josh Armijo here. I hope everybody's doing good and well and stuff. I got an Arsenal inventory update to do for you guys. CD, shirts, and vinyl this time. And I am in the midst of a very, very busy week of live shows going on here in Texas. This past Monday, I went to see Marduk, Incantation, and Spark Crown in Austin. That show was a raging success. I'm pretty sure you've heard a lot of things going on within the metal media about certain instances that happened at that show. I do not care to get into it. I was too busy having a good time rocking and rolling to black and death metal than I was paying attention to stupidity. Today, I'm going to be going to see my good buddies in Gravehill and Obeisance here in town. But this past Wednesday, I went to a show at the Grizzly Hall in Austin, Texas, to see two very, very meaningful bands that represent a lot of great things to me in different aspects of music. Death metal and hardcore punk. This was a show headlined by both the Cavalera brothers, Max and Igor Cavalera, whom you of course know best for their work in Sepultura, but that's really not who I was there to see. Who I was there to see was Immolation and Full of Hell. First of all, this venue that I went to was really, really nice. Everything looked wonderful. Sound quality was very good attendance by a lot of really awesome people. And anyways, I was there to see Immolation and Full of Hell. Of course, many of you who know my history here on this channel know how I feel about Full of Hell. Fucking love those guys. I love their music. I love them as people. And Immolation, being one of the most influential New York death metal bands to ever come out and exist. They have a brand new album coming out, and I'm going to show you some stuff that I picked up from the show recently. And after that, I'm going to show you the real reason I wanted to do this video is some vinyl reissues from Immolation. But let's get the small stuff out of the way first. I got a lot of stuff from Full of Hell to show you here. Got this little die-cut sticker of the band logo. Very, very nice. Got a woven patch of the Full of Hell logo. Of course, I've had the canvas patches, but this is the first legitimate patch I've ever owned of this project. I'm very, very pleased to own that. And I got a pair of really, really killer pins. Got this Full of Hell logo pin. Very, very high quality on this. As you can see, this will definitely be seeing some room on a vest here. And we got this little crazy cool dude right here. I don't know if you're able to pick that up or see that quite well, but this very, very good quality here on this pin right here. Very small head, but very, very badass. Got some CDs. CD version of the Body and Full of Hell collaboration, One Day You Will Ache Like I Ache. The vinyl version was self-released, but this is the CD version put out through Neurot Recordings. It was inevitable that I had to pick up this particular version of the album. Unfucking real, unbelievable collaboration. You get the best of both of these respective bands with this collaboration. And yeah, it's still really amazing to listen to, so yeah, there's that. And since I mentioned Immolation, they got these in early on the tour. And of course, I'm talking about the brand new Immolation album, Atonement. Yeah, they had Atonement early. And one thing I can say off the bat is that this comes in a very nice digipack in comparison to the last full length that they put out with Kingdom of Conspiracy. With the Digi wallet sleeve thing, whatever. That was abysmal, but this is way, way better. Way nicer digipack. Way better quality. I'm really not going to say too much about this album because I will be giving this its own review. But yeah, top 5 material right here with this album. I'll have more to say when the time is appropriate. And I should also mention both of their sets were fantastic. Full of Hell was really, really good. Love their set. There was a little bit of audio issues in certain parts, but these guys are professionals, and they rolled through very, very wonderfully. Immolation was fantastic. Their sets were mostly new stuff, but they peppered in a little bit of old school stuff every now and then. They did play some of the new songs live, and they sounded fantastic. They played some stuff off of Majesty and Decay, which is probably my other favorite newer era Immolation album, and they really, really sounded awesome. Yeah, moving on, we got some shirts. We got this Full of Hell shirt with the artwork from the Nail Split. Very, very big quality on here. Thy Radiant Garrote Exposed. Absolutely killer. Absolutely killer job done here with this. And I got another Immolation shirt to show you here. This is, of course, is an artwork shirt for the Atonement album. And you notice that they have the old Immolation logo on this release. This is like the first use of the old Immolation logo since Here and After, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, beautiful, beautiful artwork on here by Parlofson, Atonement album cover. And you got tour dates on the back. I have one for Kingdom of Conspiracy from the last time I saw them with Cannibal Corpse for the Decibel Tour in 2013. Really, really badass. You got all the tour dates here. And if this tour is coming anywhere near you, go see Immolation. Even if you're not into the Cavaleras, go see Immolation and Full of Hell. They will be absolutely worth your time. I promise you that much. And since we're on the topic of Immolation, let's get on to the real reason I wanted to do this video, and that was the Metal Blade vinyl reissues. Yeah, Metal Blade did announced a reissue of 3 very seminal albums from their time with Metal Blade Records, Here and After, Close to a World Below, and Failures for Gods. And all 3 of those albums were going to be getting the vinyl treatment, and it was going to be available from many, many different outlets. Hell's Headbangers, Indie Merch, Nuclear Blast. Lots of really, really awesome ways to get a hold of these reissues. But I pre-ordered these through Indie Merch. It took a very, very long time for everything to get ready, and once my pre-order shipped, I was over the moon. I was excited, and when I got to see them in my hands, I was more than satisfied with how things were. And I'm going to show you one by one here. So we're going to get started with the second Immolation album. This, of course, is Here and After. This is the second Immolation album, which came out in 1996 on Metal Blade Records. And to me, this is the definitive Immolation album. Dawn of Possession was awesome and all, but this is where things really started to get to why Immolation are such a gold standard in New York death metal and just traditional death metal overall. I mean, there is not one song on here that you just can't skip past. You have to really fully enjoy this record to fully get and comprehend it. Nailed to Gold, Burn with Jesus, I Feel Nothing, I Feel Nothing. Oh, I fucking love that song. Christ's Cage, just an incredible record. Really awesome lineup, great artwork, great music, great lyrics. And this is during the time and era in which Immolation had a more blasphemous sort of approach to their lyrics as opposed to what you would hear in the more current era of Immolation with their current lyrical content. But back then with a release like this, it was just really, really incredible. This is just top-notch Immolation. This to me is still the definitive Immolation record. But yeah, here's the front cover, classic album cover here, back cover, track listing, band members. And all these reissues come with some really, really cool things to show you here. Got this lyric sheet with liner notes from Ross Dolan and Robert Vigna, founding members of the band. Killer artwork here. You got lyrics on this side and extra credits. All these reissues come with double-sided posters. And these are pretty big posters here too, so don't mind me moving these around. There you see, this side has the logo and the album title, and this opposite side has just the artwork by itself, no logo or no title, so you can have a poster with or without the logo and album name. And these, I took off the hype sticker for this because all of these are specifically numbered. Mine is number 272 out of 300, and all of these come on these really nice inner sleeves. I've seen some of these sleeves in Brady Spencer's videos. I'm assuming for some of the European editions of records, but I've never seen it in the US, so I could be wrong, but either way, it's fucking cool. But anyway, limited to 300 copies, and the version that I have is on a very nice transparent yellow vinyl. Very gorgeous vinyl color here. Side A, side B. Sounds phenomenal. Metal Blade did not fuck around with these vinyl reissues, and this was a very good way to get the ball rolling with these reissues. But yeah, Here and After is to me the definitive Immolation record. Absolute masterpiece, perfect 10 out of 10. But anyway, this is Here and After by Immolation. Continuing on with the Immolation reissues, we have another near flawless album from this band. Once again, this is Immolation with Close to a World Below, or Bros to a World Below. Yeah, this came out in 2000 on Metal Blade Records, and this is where we got a little bit of a shift change from the band. I believe they brought in Alex Hernandez to do drumming on here, and he really showcased his chops for a record like this. Listening to songs like Higher Coward, Father, You're Not a Father, Unpardonable Sin, Put My Hand in the Fire. Just another album of really memorable songs, really incredible lyric writing. Just a lot of awesome music to be heard on this album. This is genuine, true to the roots death metal, and I believe Close to a World Below still holds fine within the test of time. This is still an awesome Immolation record, and one of the very best. So anyway, here's a front cover. I love this fucking album cover so much, and it's nice to see it in a big blown up album LP format. Back cover with the eagle and the flame circling around it. Super badass. Very similar to what I showed you earlier with the lyric sheet. You have the liner notes, band members and credits and everything. Lyrics, digging the little touches here like the rosary, the priest, the cross. All these things that are on this lyric sheet are really badass. You got another double-sided poster here. You have one of the flaming eagle with the Immolation logo, which is right here. And there you have the album cover for Close to a World Below. Very good quality on this. And we have another numbered LP. I'm going to show you the hype sticker for this one. The one that I have is number 78 out of 300. Once again, we have another nice little inner sleeve to put these records in. And this comes on a very nice translucent orange vinyl. Gorgeous orange color here. We have side A, side B. Once again, another great sounding record here. Yeah, Metal Blade just did amazing work here with this these vinyl reissues. I really think more Metal Blade artists who really did good things for Metal Blade Records deserve vinyl reissues that are just like these. But yeah, anyway, Close to a World Below by Immolation. Fucking fantastic album, so go check this out. And last but not least, we have another record in the Immolation discography that I believe deserves way more love and attention than what it gets. I've talked about this before, but I gotta talk to you about it again because this is just absolutely an amazing record. This is Immolation with Failures for Gods. Yeah, this came out in 1999 on Metal Blade Records. This is another album to feature Alex Hernandez on the drumming, and this is a really awesome Immolation record. A little bit different when it came to the production and overall presentation of things, but this really did feel like an Immolation record. Listening to songs like No Jesus, No Beast, the title track, Stench of High Heaven, The Devil I Know, Just some really, really awesome lyrics and vocal work going on here. I really love Ross Dolan's vocal work here. The guitar playing on here is very, very top-notch. The riffs are top-notch. Ross Dolan is a really good bassist. This is a really, really killer album, and I still believe this is another one that can be really ranked up with some of their best works, I would say. So anyway, here's the front cover. That's another thing I really loved about Failures for Gods is the album cover art for this. This is very, very awesome. One of the best artworks in my opinion. Here's a back cover. Track listing, credits, and information and everything. Got another really badass lyric sheet, and this is probably one of the nicer lyric sheets of the bunch here. You have the liner notes with the band members and credits. Love this Flaming Immolation logo. You have these little artwork stills for each of the songs that are on here on this side for Failures for Gods. Very, very awesome. Got a very interesting poster this time around. It's not square, but it's kind of rectangular. Yeah, you got this expanded artwork for Failures for Gods on this side. Very, very badass. And on the opposite side, you have the full artwork for Failures for Gods. Yeah, and it's just the artwork by itself, so you don't really see the Immolation logo other than this alternative artwork. It's very, very badass. And one more hype sticker to show you. Number 214 out of 300. Another metal blade sleeve here. Very, very cool. And this comes on a very nice and solid purple vinyl. Gorgeous purple vinyl here. Side A, Side B. Another record with another amazing sound quality and presentation here. These reissues are so fucking top-notch. Metal Blade didn't fuck around with any of these reissues, and I'm so, so happy and pleased that they turned out so wonderfully. All these jackets, the records, the sleeves, the sheets, everything is fucking perfect. And if you haven't looked into getting these, get them while you're able to get them. So yeah, this is Failures for Gods by Immolation. Go check it out. And with that being said, I'm going to conclude this video. I'll leave you some links to some songs from both of the bands that I talked to you about here. Go see them on tour whenever you're able to. Go pick up the new Immolation album when it drops. You're definitely not going to be disappointed with it. I can't wait to talk to you about this in further detail. And yeah, have a great rest of your weekend. Thanks all for watching. Thanks for checking out my channel. And until next time, Army Hell out.